Another area for you has been sort of marital violence and marital work. And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, first of all, I've done most of that work with Desmond Ellis,
Okay,
who's
yeah.
a sociologist. He was
Interesting.
the chair of sociology, an amazing researcher, a very sensitive man.
Yeah.
He and I published a book,
yeah.
about negotiating
Mhm.
or, in other words, either using lawyers or mediators for divorces.
Mhm.
And we just finished a very large report that he submitted, I think it was in June, to the Department of Justice,
Mhm.
looking again at men who've killed their wives
Yeah.
and have or have not attempted suicide.
Oh, wow.
And is that something that can be looked at? And so we've done, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 published
Mhm.
articles
Mhm.
in the book and
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And again, as I said, my postdoc
Yeah.
was on that. So
Yeah.
it's sad. I just gave a presentation at ECHO in last winter on it. Is that all the publicity and everything that's going on, and yet it's not something that's going away.
Mm.
And I guess I feel maybe because of the postdoc, the helplessness that women must feel in situations like that.
Right.
I know someone that I know rather well was in an abusive relationship, and we got her out of it, got her home, and then she went back.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't understand it. It happened before I did my studies, and now I know better
Right.
why she did.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I think the one thing is good, though. I think that in academia there's more, perhaps, of an interest in it. I know there's a video
Mhm.
I show my class called "A Love That Kills."
Uh-huh.
Was that the one I showed them? I guess you don't remember. I used to show another one,
Mhm.
but "A Love That Kills," and it talks about a young couple.
Okay.
And it's a real story. The mother is in, mother's the Organization Against Violence
Okay.
anyway,
Mhm.
and it was her daughter who was murdered.
Okay.
And it really shows that at the level that I think that it should be shown at. So much of what we've done in the past has talked about things after it's happened,
Uh-huh.
and I think that now with a lot of things now that there's more perhaps of a movement to try to prevent things
Okay.
from happening.
Based on your work in this area, are there certain policy recommendations that have kind of come out of that to the Department of Justice, or just?
Well, but one big thing for me is motivation for the abuse, motivation. And I'm not going to get into this now, but one of my earlier areas that I was very interested in is the whole area of revenge.
Yes, yes.
And about the fact that someone, if a partner is convinced that his or her partner has hurt them personally, a personal wrong, they're going to, depending on other factors, they're going to get back,
Okay.
regardless of the consequences to themselves.
Okay.
And I think that when they're looking at why there is abuse, and that, I think the motivation, if it's something about being angry and anger management, one thing or another, but if they look back and talk and realize that this person has a deep-seated feeling of wanting to hurt the person, then that should be taken into consideration in treatment, but
Mhm.
also in the courts
Mhm.
when they give, give the person freedom to go back out into the community. There's story after story after story of women who've said that they're going to leave or who have left,
Mhm.
where the partner has said, "I'm going to punish you, I'm going to get you for it." Nothing is done, and then you see them time after time. Those stories of the women being murdered.
Wow.
So anyway, something I'm quite
That's one of the themes that really comes out. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
quite enthusiastic about.
Yeah.